What's up, folks? Welcome to the latest episode of Terrible Town Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, live from the virtual Heinz Field. Now, what do you know? Streaming software seems to be working accordingly, folks. This time, I hit the go live button and it came on. You guys know the struggle I have been having with it, but apparently it's working now. I'm even checking it here on my phone. Looks like we're already live. Let me give it one last double check. Yes. So I guess all the rigmarole I had to go through the last week or so, maybe that's fixed now. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do really quick before we go any further, virtual thumbs up just to make sure you guys can hear me, see me, and we are live. So if you guys can do that, I will focus on doing our initial readings of the first commenters, saying what's up to you guys. And then we'll dive right in because you guys know what Tuesday is all about. It's all about taking a look at what happened in the game, and that takes quite a bit of time. So virtual thumbs up, guys. If you could give me that would be great. And we'll get right to it. So let me wait about 2 seconds. I know there's a little bit of delay from the time that I'm talking, from the time I'm reading the comments. So I'll wait a few moments for you guys to, yes, there it is. Thank you from King and Lanisha. Hello, Miss Lanisha. How you doing? Thank you guys. Thank you. Rough House, Logan. All right, let me get into the intro. Let's go ahead and stop wasting time, man. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's do it. Somebody said they got 2 notifications. Weird. Well, like I said, I'm not going to complain because it seems like there's one less step I have to do now. It is back to normal. That is great. You know, and the beautiful thing about, man, me doing these things live and learning things on the fly, I've been able to make, audible adjustments to everything that has come up to try to knock us. You know what I mean? So it's great that we don't really have to worry about that, man. So either way, whether it works the right way or it doesn't work the right way, we still make it happen. All right, so let's do it, man. Let's say what's up to first commenters. Very first comment, Mr. Fleetwood, Mike G. Hello, Mr. Dessa. How you doing this evening? Daredevil, Lance and Shield, Yag TV, Eric Durrell, Thomas August Weinhardt. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but, hopefully charge it to me just not knowing. Don't take it personal. My good brother, Tony in the building, Darian Brinson, Dwayne Duncantel, Said Taylor, David Muse, Brent Fox, Builder's Life, James Ramsey, Jason Winningham, Knight Rider, Rajon 39, C. Antoine Hill. Hello, Miss Lanisha. We're going to say hello to you again as I read your name there. Remember, guys, we always want to be nice and courteous and gentlemen to the ladies of the chat. So make sure you take extra time and special time to give those ladies a welcome and a hello. And I guess we'll end it right there. Debbie. Hello, Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie in the building as well. So again, guys, take time to say hello to all 3 of the lovely ladies who come through. And it might even be more of you. So if you are a female listener, please let us know so we can give you your proper just due. I don't take that lightly. All right. So let's get into it, man. I got my notes here on the right. I'm just trying to let everybody know, for those who are new to the channel, when I look this way, I'm looking at my notes. I'm looking to my right. It looks like left on the screen, but I just always want to keep you guys up to date as far as what I'm doing. Try to be professional, if you will. So let's see. The first thing we're going to talk about, man, is the injuries. Mike Tomlin did, outline a few injuries, of course. We all wanted to know about Cam Hayward. We all wanted to know about Tyson Alu. Sounds like that Cam Hayward's injury is not serious. So, oh man, what a blessing. Thank God for that. He sounded less optimistic about Tyson Alu. So, of course, we'll have to keep our close eyes on that to see if he's going to be a factor at all. Like Tomlin always says, we'll let his participation be the guide, but he didn't sound as optimistic about Alu as he did with Cam Hayward. So, take from that what you will. Isaiah Buggs would have to fill in, and maybe a couple other guys will have to rotate in. Tomlin mentioned guys like Carlos Davis, getting an opportunity, and Mondo and guys like that, as well as Buggs, and there it is. These guys are going to have to grow up early, and we saw Isaiah Buggs in the game actually grow up on the spot. Didn't play his best in the first half, but then he made some significant plays and showed up a little bit, man, in the second half. Even, teamed up and got a sack with Stephon Tuitt. He was in on that last play. He definitely had some plays, especially when I rewatched the game, that Buggs got himself together a little bit. So I think that was great again, a maturation, if you will, during the game. But, of course, I want Tyson Alu, man, because let me say this as a side note. Kenyon has mentioned this to me before, and I think I might have to agree. And somebody else mentioned it in the chat, and I'll be honest, I dismissed it at first. And then Kenyon was like, nah, maybe it's true. And then Kenyon has reminded me again, Tyson Alu might be outplaying Javon Hargrave. And I like Javon Hargrave. When he was on, he was on. But Alu has seemed to be the guy that's flashed a lot in this season, with his starting opportunity. Of course, he's a seasoned veteran, but still, that's even better. Him being, I believe, 30. He's at the older part of this thing as far as football, and he has been a staple, not only just against the run, but he's pressured the quarterback and everything. So I might have to say that it does appear that he has been a better fit or has played better than Hargrave. It seems that way. So missing him, clearly is going to be a huge loss. We saw it show up in game against the Ravens, and we'll see how that goes. But also, Tomlin kind of mentioned that, we'll see what happens with guys like UG3. Sounds like he has a back issue, and this is something that has plagued him for a while. It crept up on him a little bit last season. And we'll talk about the next topic here in a moment that's going to be relative to the inside linebacker position. But he also talked about Mike Hilton. So it seems like right now Mike Hilton and a guy like Cam Hayward would be those guys that are probably more, optimistic. We're more optimistic about those guys being available against the Cowboys. So, we'll see how the week unfolds, and we'll see what's up. Next thing I want to talk about, man, in relation to the roster, Avery Williamson. So for you guys that don't know, the Pittsburgh Steelers made a trade. And this is very late. I don't know what that was, guys. Hold on, give me a second. In the phone queue. Oh, I know what it was. Give me a second and let me make an adjustment, man. I must not have put enough time here on the clock. Let me change that. Okay, yeah, see, I was moving too fast. I had set it for 15 minutes. So obviously that's why Blog Talk just told us we only had X amount of time. So we're all right now. I extended the time. So excuse me, guys, for that interruption. But yeah, the Steelers don't normally, do any type of trades and things of that nature this late in the season. But again, I have to say it, and I think a lot of us have lived by this motto, and we can still kind of live by this motto. Those of us who have been watching the Steelers for years, some of us longer than others. I want to say, shout outs to all of the older viewers that are older than me. These guys that are, in their late 40s, 50s, even 60s. I really appreciate you guys. You've been watching it way longer than I have. And, you definitely give us some very, very good insight, even sometimes school me on some players that I didn't actually get to see. But I think you guys will know where I'm going with this. A lot of us who have been watching the team for a very long time, we've learned how the Rooneys work, the Steeler way, their philosophy, how they approach business. And there's certain things that you can kind of live by. But I got to say, man, for the last couple years, Kevin Colbert has kind of stepped outside of that normacy. You know what I mean? And they have done some things. And I don't know if I would say it's probably a combination, of course, of him and the Rooneys and maybe even Tomlin. But we've done some things. We've done some shakeups that we are not accustomed to seeing. Think about just what we did with Devin Bush, going way up to get him. And the early trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick, giving up a first rounder. These are things that the Steelers don't traditionally do. So here we are now in this season, making a trade for depth, at the linebacker position, which, again, kind of ties to what Tomlin said about, UG3. UG3 might just be one of those guys, man, that, he has these little nagging injuries. Who else is like that on the offense? Deontay Johnson. I'm concerned about Deontay Johnson's durability as well. A lot of times we're saying that about Connor, which is, rightfully so. But it seems like Deontay Johnson is one of those guys too, man, that, I'll make the comparison here. Juju, we find out throughout the week that something pops up with Juju where, he may have been limited, but it's never a situation where he didn't play, right? Whereas with Deontay Johnson, there's been more situations, and I understand if you're concussed, that's different. But there's been more situations with him that he was unable to play because of an injury. And it just seems like these nagging injuries, seem to slow him down a little more than it does a guy like Juju. And again, that's not a comparison, man. Everybody's body is different. You cannot fault a guy for being injury prone or whatever you want to call it. Even a guy like Connor, he runs hard, so he's probably going to put himself in position to be injured. But, it just makes me wonder about a guy like UG3 in that regard. So anyway, the Steelers trade for Avery Williamson, man. The guy that's played with the Jets. He played with the Titans, I believe, as well. He comes out of Kentucky. I'll be honest, I know a little bit about him. Didn't get enough time, in the last couple of days to scout him and watch his film. I'll be honest, guys, I had, some other things to do as well as looking at our film. So I haven't really had a chance to really look and see, what Avery Williamson brings to the table, and I just rely on, others. Of course, I definitely checked out, and shout out to you, Alex, if you're watching, Alex Kazor from Steelers Depot. I watched his breakdown on Avery Williamson, and, he seems to be a very, very, very solid, rotational piece, or perhaps a guy that might end up getting more snaps from a Vince Williams or a Robert Spillane, but, very solid tackler, and that's good enough for me right now from what they're saying. And I saw a couple other reports. It might not be so much of an upgrade in the passing game, but he's a sure tackler. He's a little bit better sideline to sideline than some of the guys we have in there right now. He kind of plays like Vince Williams, plays fast, plays hard hitting, rap tackling. To me, that's all that matters, when we're definitely trying to stay on top of the run game. So we'll see. We'll see if he's able to help out better or be more of a, lend a better hand for us against the Ravens the next time out. So glad to see that, man. Hey, listen, I didn't even realize this, but they said that the Steelers went into that game literally. At one point, we were down to just two inside linebackers, once UG3, was unable to go. And yeah, and whatever you want to call Marcus Allen, I know he's kind of been converted. He's still not your traditional. He's not your traditional inside linebacker. So I have no problem with the move. All we had to give up was a 5th-round pick in 2022, which to me, you pulled off another masterpiece there, Kevin Colbert. Real quick, let me interrupt myself and say thank you, C. Antoine Hill, for the donation. So I definitely want to give him his shout out and read his comment. Anytime you guys donate, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and get to you. He says, yo, Sim, we got to find a way to play that video on here so everyone can see it. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Got a little something going on here. Got to give me a sip of water. Seems like every time I'm on with you guys, I get choked up about something, right? I think I know what video he's talking about. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, C. Antoine Hill, are you talking about that intro? If that's what you're talking about, maybe I'll find a way. Maybe I'll find a way to incorporate that, if I could get the actual video. But we'll see. But yeah, man, I don't have a problem with the trade there. Great. Again, we're only giving up a 5th-round pick from 2022, and we are reacquiring a 7th-round pick in 2022. So virtually nothing, virtually peanuts, man. And you would expect, if we lose any of these guys, like your Bud Duprees of the world and people like that, we're going to get compensatory picks and things like that back. So it's all good. It's all good. I'll take it. But, TBD, we'll see how he fits. Tomlin did mention in the system when he played in Tennessee is very similar to ours. So they feel like they'll be able to upscale him relatively quick, and it'll be a smooth transition. So we'll see. I'm not complaining at getting better in that position, even though, listen, I got to say Robert Spillane has done a job, man. And we're going to talk about him here when we get to the film. Let me see if I got anything else to get into, guys, and then I won't hold you up any further, man. We'll go right into the film because I know that's what you guys come to see on Tuesdays. New viewers. Tuesdays, we don't really get to calls. You're welcome to call in, but we don't usually get the calls on Tuesday. If I have time at the end, I'll get them. But Tuesdays are usually the days where we do a little reflection here, kind of talk about the injuries and kind of talk about what Tomlin went over in his press conference. We take a slight look ahead at the next upcoming opponent, but mostly we're looking at film from the last performance, in this case against the Ravens. All right, so if you want to get here on the line, definitely what you want to do is you want to be around for the post-game show. That's the one where I take the majority of the calls, is the post-game show. So just giving you guys that heads up. Last thing I got here. Want to talk a little bit about Jordan Berry. Punted very well. I'm not going to show any film, but Jordan Berry, he definitely looked like he earned his job back. There may have been a punt or two that I didn't like. And to be honest, I'm getting my games mixed up. That might have been the last game. I can't remember if it was this one or the last one. But yeah, and shout outs again to C. Antoine Hill for the donation. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about, that video. So we'll see if I can make it happen. Punted very well. It's funny, man. It's crazy how you're in training camp. You've been with a team and you bring another guy in and cold quit and he beats you for the job. We cut him and then we bring you back and you perform the way we wanted you to perform before we had to cut you and before we had to bring in competition. So that's interesting. We'll see if Jordan Berry can keep that up throughout the season. Because, of course, when you play teams like the Ravens and others, field position is definitely going to be a factor in the game. So he did a very, very good job there. Last thing I would talk about, guys, and this is, concerning a little bit, as you guys may or may not know. Oh, we got another donation, man. Guys, you coming through tonight. Shout outs to JJ Walker. He says, love your show. You managed to get that PS5 yet? Nah, man, I have not. So again, I'm going to throw that out there to any of you guys listening. If some of you guys have, extra, if you have a way and you have a pre-order and, you wouldn't mind allowing me to get that, let's talk. Hit me up offline. I have had a couple people reach out. I do have a guy I've known for quite a long time, man, online. We've developed a relationship. He ordered a few of them. He did advise me if all of his ship that he got me. But of course, I'm taking any inquiries, because it's better to have more options than one. Wow. Miss Odessa, appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for your donation as well. But yeah, again, if you guys want to hook me up and, and we make it happen, y'all know what to do. You can find me on Twitter, same name, or you can send me an email at SimFBallCritic@gmail.com. I will tell you this, guys. One person that reached out to me today, and no disrespect to him, because I understand how this game works. He's trying to let it go for $8.50, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. For that, I'll just wait. It ain't that important. I'll just wait. I'm not paying that much money for a console. No. But yeah, that little bit there as far as the gaming. All right, the other thing I wanted to get into, and this is very important. For you guys that don't know, Marlon Humphrey has tested, well, I can't remember. You guys correct me in the chat. I can't remember if he tested positive or if he's on the list. I want to say that he actually tested positive. I'm almost certain that's what I heard. And I think it was the following day. Because Tomlin went into that today basically saying how that works. Your Saturday test usually comes back Sunday and the Sunday test usually comes back early Monday. So apparently they take tests on Saturday. They take a test before the game. And that's how the NFL is. But that's neither here nor there. The fact is, Marlon Humphrey tested positive for COVID-19, and that is a bit concerning because, listen, we just played them. And this is not a practice squad guy. This is not a special teams guy that may have had, minimal interaction. This is a guy that played every defensive snap against one of our wide receivers, was in on tackles, and, breathing air on people. And again, it's not his fault. This pandemic is not his fault. I'm sure he didn't know, but something to keep an eye on, man. So we'll have to keep an eye out. Hopefully nobody, in the organization tests positive. Hopefully there's no ramifications, from that. And, and I'll even say that in the Ravens' favor as well. I hope there's, not any significant ramifications, man, where, multiple people start testing positive. I just don't want to see that again. I don't want to see what happened to us continue to happen in the league. games getting postponed and stuff like that. So, hopefully everybody is okay. And again, that's important news in case you guys didn't know that, just to keep an eye on that. But all right, man, the moment you guys have been waiting for, let's get to the footage, shall we? Let's get to the footage, and you guys are going to, do again. I'm going to ask you guys to give me the thumbs up to make sure that everything is showing up, and I'll let you know when to confirm that. Let's see. Give me a second. Nope, not showing up yet. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the right thing highlighted here. Nope, doesn't look like it's showing up. But give me a second, guys. I'll get us squared away here in just a moment. I may just have to reconnect it. So no harm, no foul there. Let me pull back up my other software here. 1 second. Sometimes it disconnects, man, from my hotkeys, and I have a thing called a Stream Deck where I just push buttons. Sometimes that disconnects. So I'm just, checking on that right now and get that situated, and we should be good to go. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, another donation, man. Tyler DePoy, I appreciate that. He says, accepted new job today. Grateful and spreading the love. Love the show, Sim. Hey, man, congratulations to you. I'm going to throw the round of applause out here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You guys let me know. Nope, actually, I'm sorry. I disconnected it. So we'll give you one here and a virtual round of applause. Everybody say congratulations to Tyler, man. It's always good with a new position, especially if the pay goes up. Some of you guys may remember I took a new position starting October 1st with a, not trying to, boast or anything like that, but a very significant increase in salary. So I understand how you're feeling right now. Congratulations to you. 1 second, guys. Let me see. Can we get the film up the way it's supposed to be? Still tripping. Hold on 1 second. Don't worry, we making it happen. Don't even worry about that. It's happening. Where is it, man? Why is it tripping? All right, hold on, guys. I'm just gonna re-add it real quick because it is acting funny. I'm just gonna re-add the link. Give me 2 seconds. Boom. There we are. There we are. Everybody can see it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and start display just so you guys can confirm that you're able to see it accordingly. And once you guys give me that, yes, I can see it virtually, the virtual thumbs up, then we will go ahead and make it happen. Let me trim this up a little bit so you guys don't have to see all of that excess. It's not working, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I don't want to fool with it. Let me just move it over some here. There we go. I'm just not gonna mess with it. I'll leave it like it is. But everybody can see it. Okay, thumbs up. Great. All right, let's take a look, folks. First thing I want to take a look at, let me get my plays in succession here. I do want to talk about the entire first drive defensively by the Ravens. So we're going to start with this first play, and we're going to look at all 3 plays here, okay? Now, also what I want to talk about as we go through this footage, there were quite a few times, we talked about it after the show, man, but there was quite a few times that TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, and Alex Highsmith were on the field together in the double digits. Once I got to 10 times that I saw that, I stopped counting. So it's very interesting to see that lineup. And Tomlin kind of talked about it today, because they consider Mike Hilton more of like another linebacker, if you will, because he is very good in the run game. So they were trying to compensate for that. Interesting choice, though, considering the personnel and considering that the Ravens could still pass. You put some guys in compromising positions, meaning getting linebackers matched up. but it worked out in sometimes. Okay, it worked out in some of these plays. So let's look at this one, man. Very first play. If I could press play here. All right. We'll look at it in regular speed, man, and we'll go back and take a look because it's something I want to show you guys. All right, let's put it in slow motion here. Look at this formation. Look at what Cam Haywood is. Cam Haywood is standing in the middle of the defense, right? Basically over the center, but then in front of him is Stephon Tuitt, Tyson Alu. You got Bud Dupree on the edge, TJ Watt over here, and then you still got, Vince Williams, as well as your man Robert Spillane. But, oh, God, man, another one. Thank you for the donation, man. Still Cut. He says, great job you're doing, my guy. My first time catching you live. It's more fun than watching the rerun. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And I try to be, quote unquote, entertaining. I don't want to say that because I'm just being me, but, very, very kind words, man. I appreciate you there. But look at this, man. Do y'all see Cam Haywood here? This is crazy. Now watch how it, plays out here. Very interesting. Cam kind of like, hovering. Now you see a big man like that standing up. If you're an offensive lineman, you got to wonder what's happening here. Got Terrell Edmonds in the box, and look at this. Cam goes blitzing. They're going to block down here, pulling to their right. Here's your cutback lane. That's a zone run right there, folks. Zone blocking scheme. And Robert Spillane is able to make the tackle, and Gus Edwards picked up 4 yards there. And remember I said they were picking up 4 yards in clips, and it started concerning me early in that game. Let's look at the 2nd and 6, because here's more to look at. 2nd and 6. We'll look at it in regular speed, man, and then we'll slow it down in the end zone angle. All right, now notice there's Alex Highsmith already out there, right? So here's that formation already showing up. You got Bud and TJ on both sides here, Tuitt, Alu, and then you got Cam basically playing the end. And you got Alex Highsmith over here. Here's Spillane, here's Vince Williams. So we got 5 linebackers essentially. Yeah, there's 5 linebackers on the field. Crazy, right? And look at how we played this. Here they go, faking the power right there, the pull play. Lamar pulled it down. And you got Highsmith out here who was matched up. And I can't remember, let's rewind it. I can't remember if he was matched up on... Yeah, they got him matched up here. On, who is that? Is that Snead? Yeah, so they got Highsmith kind of playing the, I guess you would call a slot receiver in that situation because he's, more of the inside receiver there. Very interesting, right? All right, now let's take a look at the outstanding play by Robert Spillane. Let's take a look. I got a lot of plays to show y'all, man. I'm going to try to be as fast as I can and get it in within this hour. But here's something you guys hear me talk about a lot, man. I'm going to go back. We're going to rewind this and put it in slow motion. For you guys that have seen me when I discuss, the video game stuff, when I'm always trying to critique Madden and make it a more realistic game, you always hear me talk about guys anticipating where they want to go, not just covering grass. They're diagnosing the play. Look at Spillane here. Spillane is making a decision. Yes. Does he read Lamar Jackson's eyes? Yes. But once he reads them, he then reacts to where he thinks the ball is going. He's not just standing there and watching for the ball to be thrown. He's being reactionary. Okay? And remember I said that because I'm going to show you another play later in the show here where Minkah Fitzpatrick, it definitely still seems like that Minkah sometimes is watching the action. And he's trying to watch the quarterback too much. You'll see what I'm saying. But all right, look at this whole thing, how it transpires here, man. Look, Cam into it shift. You know, we're in that nickel set right now. Vince Williams is going to come on a blitz. Spillane is going to rotate over here so he can cut it, basically this little mid-read section here. He's looking for any crossers, right? But look at this. Bam. This is the beauty of it, right? He's eyeing the quarterback, but I want you to pay attention to his movement. Not really giving up his position either. He's covering all of this area here, but then he recognizes, okay, I see where he's looking. His eyes, he's steadily watching, but now he starts to break. See that? He doesn't wait until the ball is already gone. He's reacting. So my point is, pause. Let me go back. Let's pause it right here. Here's my point. You see how he was going to his right, plants, because now he's like, oh, Lamar Jackson is looking this way. He knows that this man is right here by him. So he commits. Now, if he's wrong, he's wrong. If this is a pump fake, maybe he's beat. Okay. But all I want to do, all I want to see is guys make a decision. That's it. And that goes for the real world and the video game world. Show me the decision that they made, even if they make the wrong one. But the fact that Spillane commits and jumps it, bam, it's an easy read, but you still have to jump the play, right? Super easy read because you're just sitting in there watching the quarterback's eyes, and then you make your decision. He made the right one. We got on the board 7-0. And when that happened, I was like, okay, what direction is this game going in? Let's continue. First quarter, 13 minutes left in the quarter. I want you guys to pay attention to one Stephon Tuitt. Let me find it here. Stephon Tuitt is a man-child, man. He's looking like how he looked last year before he got hurt. Look at this boy, man. Very subtle. So some of these I'm not going to, slow it down so much so we can move on to the next play. We'll just slow down like the second part of the play, the end zone view. But look at Tuitt, man. Boom, swim, get up off me. Backfield. Man-child. And in this case, look, these boys didn't have nowhere to go. And I love this. I love this by TJ Watt. And I don't felt like we did this the whole game. This is how you defend option plays, read option, all of that. Somebody got to be responsible for the quarterback, and somebody needs to be responsible for the running back. Now, does it make you vulnerable at times if you're committing these two guys? Of course. But you really saw it show up when they started running the option against us late in the fourth quarter. When they took it back old school, and they was running straight option. Left, right, all the way down the field. But this is how you defend it. Do you guys remember that year, rookie season, RG3, when he was the running quarterback for the the Washington football team now, right? How did we limit that rush game with him and what's my man's name? And I actually met this guy in person, man. Albert, I can't remember his whole name. Y'all know who I'm talking about, number 46. Number 46, what's his name? Trying to remember. Alfred Morris. I actually met him down at EA Sports, man, when I was down there, at one of those times giving feedback for Madden. Great dude, man. I'll be a fan of his forever because he's just a good guy. Like this dude was acting like he was happy to meet like myself and others that was there because we were, these guys that give feedback on Madden. And I'm like, dude, you're an NFL player, but wonderful dude, man. He brought his wife with him. She was pregnant. I mean, they were just a nice family. But anyway, this is how we did it, right? And TJ Watt was doing this quite often in this game. He's going to hit Lamar Jackson regardless. Hit him. Ball is gone, but let him know I'm here. I'm here. And you have another guy that's going to be accounted for the running back. And I can't really say that Tuitt was accounting for the running back there. He just won his basically his one-on-one battle. So he was there to do that. But essentially what I wanted to discuss there, man, is you got to make sure you're getting, a lick on the quarterback. You're going to have him thinking about it. Keep touching him up every time. He's going to start thinking about it. Now let's go further down in this drive, man. And it was a 3rd and 7. And this is a bogus call. I thought it was a little bogus when it happened in real time, but it really looks bogus here when you look at it on replay. And I think we're going to get a clear shot of it right here. All right, so Lamar Jackson, first of all, let's pay attention to the back end. Great job with coverage here. Lamar doesn't really have anywhere to go. Look, even TJ out in coverage. Look at that. TJ carrying that coverage far down the field. Lamar doesn't really have anywhere to go, right? Forced to scramble drill. Everybody's accounted for. Even here, they're staying disciplined. Not separating too far from him so you can't get like a quick pass. But then look at when they hit him. Look at this. Minkah wraps him. Well, whoever that is misses. And then here comes Cam. Look, he's still in bounds. Cam just pushes him out of bounds. Now, I don't know if it shows it good on the end zone view. Yeah, I think we'll get a good shot of it here as well. So check this out. And like I said, TJ, especially with him being a linebacker, he's staying very disciplined here and not getting sucked up too far so Lamar can throw it back there. And that's Minkah who misses Tuitt with the pursuit, misses the tackle. Minkah, look, green grass. Why was that a personal foul? Cam just forced Minkah and him both out of bounds. And the funny thing is the ref called it on Minkah. But let's look at it again. Again, I'm not trying to be a biased Steelers fan here, but look at this. It's green grass. He was contacted in bounds. In bounds. Whatever. Whatever, Trevor. Moving right along, guys. First quarter, 8 minutes and 49 seconds. This is the pass to Boykins over Vince Williams. And the reason why this play here is significant, guys, is because this furthered the drive. The drive would have been over, and guess what? They would not have gotten points. They would have had to punt. Now, let's take a look at why this happened. You always hear me talking about, I want to see more man coverage, right? And down and distance. Now, if you want to call 3rd and 6, from basically, what are they on? Like the 7-yard line? Because I don't think it was goal. It was 3rd and 6. But you want to call that down and distance, fine. But this is what happens sometimes, even with man coverage. You can be beat in man or zone. Excellent throw by Lamar here. And for the most part, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. You get Vince Williams matched up against Boykin, and what a heck of a throw by Lamar Jackson. Now let's look at it from the end zone view. I don't know how much of Minkah they're going to show us here in this angle, but look at Minkah. Nah, he disappeared. Let me show you something. Minkah is put in somewhat of a compromising position here. Let me show you why. So, this is straight man. Minkah is free to roam. He's a single high. And what you're pretty much needing to do here is, again, you have to realize where your threat is. The end zone. I would like to see Minkah be more reactionary. Let's let it continue to run a little bit. Now, all threats are past him. Now, if you want to say that Minkah probably should stay home in case this crosser comes and he can drop down and rob that, okay. You want to say that Minkah should probably stay here and help out with Snead because you got Spillane on him, okay. Or do you want to say that maybe he should go over here and help Vince Williams, who's definitely more compromised in the pass game in man? Okay. But here's the problem. Minkah doesn't do any of that. Watch. Lamar Jackson is in his cockback, right? Minkah's still watching him. This is what I was saying. Now, we saw what Robert Spillane did, and again, I am not in no way, shape, or form saying that Minka isn't a great safety. Minka hasn't been good for us because Minka made that play at the end of the game. What I'm saying, I just want to see Minka be more. I want to see him react a little more. I think there's too many times that we've seen Minka caught in a situation where he's just watching the quarterback. And at some point, that clock got to be going on in your head the same way it does for quarterbacks with a pass rush. I just want to see you commit to something. Because look, let's watch the rest of the play. Ball thrown. Look, Minka still ain't. He's just now going to turn around. And it's too late. See? And that's all I'm saying is, again, there's no right or wrong answer here because let's rewind it. You have a mismatch here with Spillane. You have a mismatch here with Vince Williams. So if you want to say, man, it's hard for Minka to decide where the biggest mismatch is what I've always said. Unless you are playing the robber and you're just the single high, you got to jump the biggest threat, fam. Who's coming closest to you? And this is it, right? That's it in my opinion, but it is what it is. We'll move on to the next clip here. And I'm just going to forewarn you guys in advance. You might hear some barking in the background. My wife and son just walked in the house, and when they do, my son's little dog goes crazy. So if you hear that, yeah, no. Let's see. First quarter, 5 minutes and 32 seconds. Where we at on time? Woo, 41 minutes, guys. We got to fly because I got a lot to show. First quarter, 5 minutes and 32 seconds. We're going to give Bud Dupree some love. We're going to give Bud Dupree some love. Here we go. I think this is it. And this was huge. This was beyond significant. Boom. And I don't even really have to show this in slow-mo. You guys saw what happened, but did you see the effort by Bud Dupree? This was significant. Do you see where they were? They were on the Pittsburgh 8-yard line. They were ready to score again. Look at Bud. Defeats the chop block, continues to pursue, knocks the ball out, and we come up with the recovery. Beautiful stuff right there. The boy Bud Dupree is balling, man. I know, there's always going to be some naysayers in reference to Bud Dupree, and I'm not talking about Kenyon, guys. Y'all know the story with Kenyon, and how I was as well with Bud. He's decided to play now for a year and a half. But you got to give him his credit. The boy's balling right now. All right, first quarter, 57 seconds. Let's get to that. Where's that play? Here we go. Just giving you a little more insight on Stephon Tuitt, man. Take a look at Tuitt, man. Again, this is in Steeler territory. This is 1st and 10. And look at Stephon. Like I said, guys, some of these I'm not going to slow down. I'll just let you see the play. I think, you're seeing it good enough. And then some we will slow down. But look at Tuitt right here in the middle. Once again, get off me. You can't guard me. I say guard me. You see, I'm thinking about basketball. You can't block me, bruh. Look at this. Get off me. You too small. And Lamar gets ate up. And look, almost made a mistake right there. Get off me, little boy. You can't block me. Stephon Tuitt, I told y'all he's a man out there, man. It's a grown man out there. Second quarter, 12 minutes and 42 seconds. And this is where I start getting upset, guys. Let me show you why. I'm not even going to tell you what it was, but let me show you why. This is where the anxiety started kicking in. Let's take a look. Ravens, 1st and 10 on their own 20. Have mercy for Percy. Yikes. We'll slow down the end zone view. There's Highsmith out there again. There's that formation again. All right, let's slow it down. Boom. So you guys can see what happened. Spillane gets caught up in the wash a little bit here. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that, man. And you got to give Gus Edwards all the credit. But look at this. This time, Man gets a little bit of push onto it. See that? Woo. Or was that Bugs? I think it was Tuitt here. And, the motion is going to draw us up. Same reason why it works for us. Yeah. This time, okay, they get a little chip onto it. See, they helping Tuitt out because Tuitt had been killing them. So, Boyle gets a little chip on him. And look at this hole here. So look at what they did here. Excellent blocking, man, by the Ravens. They're going to take out both of the biggest threats for the most part. Double team him. And then let's occupy Cam Hayward. And then, like I said, Spillane gets caught up in the wash. I don't know why. What are you doing, Minka? Look. Watch Minka here, guys. Again, guys, everybody makes mistakes. But Minka is not watching the runner. He worrying about, why are you worrying about him? Track the ball. And there it is. But like I said, maybe Minka was looking to defeat the block or take on the block, but it looks like he was looking more so at the man blocking him than really tracking where the ball carrier was. It happens. It happens. Let's continue. What we got, man? Second quarter, 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game, man. James Conner, left in the half, excuse me. James Conner with a nice run here. Nice run here. And I want to showcase the blocking from our side offensively. I'm not going to do too much slow motion here. But this is good stuff, man. And look, boom. Same look. We come with the jet sweep look. And then James Conner. Great stuff right there, man. James Conner doing his thing. Getting big right there. Like that. Let's look at the end zone view. Let's check out the end zone view. And I hear the notifications going off, man. Thank you guys for the subs. But look at that blocking. Look at this. We run a little bit of their game right at them. Everybody getting hats on the hat. And look, Marlon Humphrey ain't want no parts. Ain't want no parts of Ebron. And great vision right there, man, by James Conner. Man, I just can't wait till one of these times, guys, Anthony McFarland gets open. Or gets an open look like that with his speed. Have mercy for Percy. I just can't wait. I can't wait till the day that happens. It's gonna happen. We got to be patient though. He's coming along. Second quarter, 4 minutes and 42 seconds. That boy Calais Campbell, man. Let me find it. 4 minutes and what did I say? 442. All right. Where is it? Right here. And the reason why I'm showing this, man, is because I just want to showcase how the Ravens, look at how tight they play right here. Right? The Ravens got two dogs at the cornerback position. They gonna get right in your face. They didn't press. But because Calais Campbell is a monster, they're pretty comfortable, man, that, whoever they send, if they send an extra man or, if they don't, that somebody's going to get home. And this was a 3rd and 12. Significant right now. This was a significant part of the game right now. But watch what happens, man. You know this is straight up man, and blitz is coming. Right? But check this out. And the reason why I'm referring to Calais Campbell, I'm going to show you why in just a moment. Even though he didn't make the sack. We had to pay attention to him. Look at it from this angle. James Conner is going to come from all the way on this side of the formation just to help out on this left side. And it's crazy because the blitz is clearly coming from this side. But look, they're going to identify Calais Campbell. Leaves a free blitzer. See that? They run a little game right here. Now, had James Conner stayed on this side, maybe we okay. But we're focusing so much. Look, they run the game right there. That's 3 on 2. Boom. Clean man to Ben Roethlisberger. And Ben fumbles here, but gets the ball back, thankfully. But look at how much attention Calais Campbell draws. Connors comes all the way over here to help him. That's crazy. And it looked like it was a check by Ben. But like I said, maybe if Connor would have stayed on that side, maybe, you allow Matt Fowler to, try his hand. And maybe we pick up that blitzer. Maybe we get the ball off. Maybe not. Let's see. What's the next play, guys? Let's speed through this, man, because we got a lot more to show. I was going to show the near interception by Joe Hayden, but I think we can omit that and, for the sake of time, because, we didn't pick it off. Let's take a look at this one, man. 30 seconds left in the half. This is a significant play here as well. 30 seconds left in the first half. It is 3rd and 10. And yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys, once again in this game, we gave up some big plays and, we gave up some big time opportunities on 3rd down. I don't like that. I don't like that. But I want to pay attention to Justin Lane here. Yikes. See that? Let's go back. All right. Justin Lane just loses his feet and everything. He just gets tied up. It creates this natural pick. But man, you got to do a better job than that, Justin Lane. Like, where you going? You got to keep your feet, baby. But this is a 3rd and 10. And like I said, that creates a natural pick, and he's unable to get there. Good throw by Lamar. Hit him and let him turn upfield. And then he tries to throw his shoulder in there. And he's the only one looking silly on the ground. And they get the first down. Now, why was that significant? Once again, all you got to do is get Justin Tucker in range. Justin Tucker was able to kick a field goal, and they go up 17-7. Significant, man. Little plays like that don't seem like much, but that was huge. That was huge. You just got to do a better job, man, keeping your feet, and maybe you make the tackle there, or maybe you deter that throw, and, and maybe Lamar pulls it down. But, maybes don't count. The missed pass interference, I have that. We don't need to look at that, though. We all know how that went against Deontay Johnson. They missed it. But let's look at this, man. 3rd quarter, 14 minutes and 9 seconds. We're going to give some love here to Highsmith, coming up with a big-time turnover. And the reason why I'm definitely pointing this out, this changed the game. This right here completely and single-handedly changed the game. Remember, it's 17-7. Beautiful, man. And let me take it back here, man. I'm going to put it in slow motion to give me a little bit of time to talk. Remember, at this point, it's 17-7, right? And not only is that important, but the Steelers went 3 and out. We couldn't do anything. We didn't do anything offensively to start the half. We get the ball right back to the Ravens. And remember, in the second quarter, they was running the ball down our throat. This play right here. Let me pause it. I'm going to ask the question again. Why in the world, if you're the Ravens, right? If you are a Ravens fan, you have to be looking at this and saying, why are we running the football? Why are we not running the football? Steelers ain't been stopping us. They could not stop the run in the second quarter. They didn't do anything offensively to start the half. Let's continue to see if the run game is working. Let's take time off the clock. We got them right where we want them. We have a 10-point lead. We are a ridiculously good rushing attack. Why would you come out and run this on the first play with limited options here? And look at Alex Highsmith, man, plays this perfectly in between both guys here. Because if he doesn't do that, Robert Spillane ain't going to get there. He's basically covering both routes, keeping the right spacing, making it seem like he's a threat, to the running back. And I'm sure that's why Lamar didn't throw it out here in the flat, which is the fullback, actually. He tried, he got greedy. Tried to throw it over the top, which was kind of a good decision. But Alex Highsmith makes the play. Let's look at it from this angle. Here we go. Even better. Alex Highsmith keeps his distance. Well, actually, it wasn't better because you couldn't see the whole thing. But look at this, man. Basically split both guys and made an acrobatic catch. I say acrobatic because he had to leave his feet to do it. And he's a linebacker. Beautiful stuff, man. It's great to see these young guys contributing early. Him, Claypool, hopefully we can get McFarland going at some point, but it's a beautiful thing to see, man. And let's look at this right after that. 13-28. Remember I said we might have had a matchup advantage against our old buddy, LJ Fort? Well, y'all about to see it. Y'all about to see it. Wow, man. 55 minutes left. Guys, we're already 55 minutes in. I'm going to have to speed this up, guys, because I can't stay on forever. But look at this. Blown coverage. And this is man from what I remember. Let's see. Let's look at it in slow-mo. No, okay. That might be cover 2. They not lined up like cover 2, though. But the linebackers are passing it off. See, he's dropping back. I think they're playing. Let me see. What is this? Let me pay attention to the linebackers drop. And they bailing. This might be cover 4. Because things get a little, twisted. You got trips over here. He's bailing immediately. He's matching it up. So that looks like match. You got 2 deep guys here. It almost appears like a cover 2, but not really because they're not bailing. He's not playing. It's definitely not a tamper 2 because he's not playing deep. But because, see, he passed it off. And LJ Fort tried to pass it off to somebody else inside, and there's nobody there. But what it could be is maybe, just maybe, depending on, again, the way they are lined up is tricky. I think this ends up being a cover 4 or maybe a cover 2 press, and these dudes are playing it like man. Because, again, you can alter these coverages, right? You don't have to play the base coverage. When I played football, we did it all the time. We'd give you a cover 2 look, and we'd play man out of it, right? The corners would play man, and everybody else is in zone. Or sometimes we'd do it differently. It was times where our coach would say the linebackers would man up anything that came to them, and we played zone on the back, and the corners. So this looks like they kind of line up as if it's a cover 2 press look where you act like you're going to press and then you kind of bail out and then you can either play your area. But this is what good coverage, what good zone coverage is. It's kind of like pattern reading, right? If there is nobody out here, let's say this was a cover 2, just to give you guys a quick, some quick information. Let's say this was a cover 2 and the corner's responsibility is to play the flat area. Nobody's in the flat, so you might as well just stay with him. Now, this also looks like it almost turned into like a quarters coverage. And then in that case, the 2 outside linebackers are going to match, these guys, the number 1 on each side. If they go vertical, they're going to stay vertical with them. These guys can play this area and match their route. And then you still have your guys here that are playing like, the 2 middle thirds of the field. But anyway, I'm spending too much time on that. Regardless of what happened here, LJ Fort passed it off. Look, he's passing it off. And Queen is nowhere to be found. So I would love to know what the call was here. If Queen was supposed to pass it, because it looks like he is passing it off, but then he matches this route. He stays with him. So I would love to know exactly what they called. I could speculate. And if it was zone, where, they're kind of supposed to just still play this mid-read area right here, and he decided to run with his man, that's a blown coverage because you can't do that. You have to pick up this guy coming in your area. So worked in our favor. So who cares, right? Now, let me see what other plays I can show guys that I can skip, man. What's important, because we can't get to everything. The Spillane breakup, I'll just mention the plays. That pass breakup on third down and Spillane. You know what? Nope, let's show that one. I'll show that one. 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Listen, Spillane is showing himself, guys. This is man coverage. Check this out. Spillane is left man coverage against the linebacker. Against the running back. Watch this. Straight up man. Again, he reacts, gets on his guy, and plays all the way through the play, knocks the ball out. Spillane is playing good football. I don't know what to tell you. Let's look at it again. Reading his man, showing some decent athleticism. Look, breaks with him. Shout outs to Robert Spillane, man. The last couple plays I'm going to show, let's just call them out. We'll show that Duvernay played at 3rd and 14, and then we'll show the last 3 plays of the game, and then I'll get out of here because I don't want to go too much further than an hour. Let's see. Where was that at? It was 4th quarter, 15 minutes left in the quarter. Check this out. This is going to tick you off. This is going to tickle your fancy, guys. Y'all ain't going to like this. Where is it? 4th quarter. Let me get there. 4th quarter. And right at the start of the 4th as well. That's where it was at. Right here. 3rd and 14. This just can't happen. And we win in the game, man. They on their own 43. If we get a stop here, they got a punt. And again, it allows us to work the clock. Look at this. See that? That was Terrell Edmonds. Now, this is zone, guys. But they're not showing me the view I want us to see. So let's go back to the overhead view. Here's the thing. I want you guys to pay attention to everything that's transpiring. All right? Let's watch it from start to finish. Got Justin Lane playing this deep third. You got Cam Sutton coming out in the quarter flat area. I don't know what Terrell Edmonds is doing here, because this, to me, it looks like it's supposed to be quarters coverage, but they're not lined up that way. They're kind of lined up. They're more so lined up like this is going to be a cover 3 and you keep this safety down. But here's the problem, and this is the reason why you really want to do pattern matching. You don't want to let a guy run free past you. Now, you may be thinking that you're passing him off to the safety, but where the safety at? You know what I mean? So if the problem with this is if Minka jumps the underneath route, which he does, we toast if you let him go. So my only argument here, again, I can't say I always know the play calls. I could tell what it appears to be at times. But again, guys, in the NFL, you run a lot of combo coverage, right? Here's the thing. This is how I would prefer us to play these situations. When it's 3rd and long, play the sticks. There is nothing underneath. Nothing. Everything is long. So in that situation, convert this to man. Stay with him. Do not let him behind you in the anticipation of your help not being there. Because look, these are all vertical routes, folks. This is what I'm saying. You gotta sometimes recognize this stuff on the fly. These are all verticals. All verticals meaning everything is deep. So what's the point of you passing it off? There's nothing for you to cover. You understand what I'm saying? And again, you talk to Butler, you talk to Tomlin, maybe they teach it like that, and maybe this was a mistake by Edmonds. But watch this. There's no reason for you not to stay with him. Nothing's under here. There is absolutely no threats here. Look, your only threat is Steven Nelson. There's nobody here. So why would you not, and down in distance is what I'm saying. In your mind, this should automatically let you know, I'm watching Lamar. Now, granted, let me say this. You don't want him to take off and run. I get it. But, man, 14 yards. You know what I'm saying? And it's other people here. But, again, it's hard to make these decisions on the fly. But you got, let's see how many people we got here. We still had 4. Yeah, we still have 4 rushing. You got Marcus Allen here underneath. I'm just saying, I get it. I think Terrell Edmonds might have been threatened by Lamar Jackson taking off and running, but you don't want to let a guy pass you like that, man. That is a tremendous blow. Tremendous. But anyway, guys, let's get to the last few plays, man, because we are way over time, man. But y'all don't mind. We talking Steelers. Let's get to the last. Let me see. Oh, no. We already late. I got to show you another one. 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. This is the same drive. 12 minutes in the fourth. This is the same drive, and then we'll get to the last 3 plays of the game. This is where I'm going to get on Minka a little bit. Let's watch this one. This was a touchdown to Hollywood Brown. Same situation. Watch. Minka's still waiting. Now, I know what some people are going to say. Hopefully okay, great. They give us the perfect view right here. I know what some people are going to say. Minka couldn't just take off because you got him coming behind him. You're absolutely right. All I'm saying here, and listen, let's back it up and look at it from this view. This is a very compromising position. I even said this in real time to Leonard. I said, man, you put Minka in a compromised position here because you got, you just got the single high here. They're bailing, which I don't understand why we are bailing here. Keith Butler, I need you to explain to me why are we so afraid to get up in somebody's face? This is the best time to do it. And if you get beat, you get beat. But I'm not going to get beat just because I gave you the cushion. Look at this. You ain't beating me because I allowed you to run into the end zone and cross my face. Look, where you going? Where's Nelson going? And that ain't even Nelson's fault. This is how it's designed. This is how it's designed. Because we do it all the time. We'll show a tight look on one side, but then on the opposite side, we give up the cushion and we play more of a bail. But where are you going? Look at the leverage. Nelson is already lined up giving this man the inside leverage. Well, I understand why. Because he has Minka here. Look at where Minka is lined up. So maybe Steven Nelson is thinking Minka is going to come down and take that away. But watch this. Watch this. Bad matchup. You got TJ Watt on Hollywood Brown. They caught us slipping. But either way, Lamar could have went wherever he wanted to. Now, let's throw another caveat. Minka is reading the play. Lamar's rolling to his right, so it makes you think that the play is happening to the right side. Okay, I'll give you that. But watch what I'm talking about here. He's still too busy watching Lamar. There's no reaction. Dog, just look up. Look ahead. Look straight ahead. Hollywood Brown is camping out in the end zone. And by the time you finally realize it, it's too late. You can't get there. But look how close he was. What if he would have started, closing that space right about now? And that's what I'm saying. That's my only knock on Minkah sometimes is Minkah gets caught up watching the action instead of anticipating. And again, I will never blame a guy for anticipating and making a mistake. Troy did it. But guess what Troy did? Because he anticipated so much, he made colossal plays. More than he messed up. I'm not comparing him to Troy. I'm just saying what I would like to see out of a safety, especially the guy who's the last line of defense. That's all. All right, man. Last 3 plays of the game, man. These are classic. Well, actually, the last 4 plays. Once again, 4th and 2. With 26 seconds. Oh, my bad, guys. 26 seconds left. I can actually widen that up a little bit because we're going to let all 3 plays play. All 4 plays. Look at this, man. Let's back this up. It's depressing. I get it. We playing your prevent, but watch this. Blown coverage. Right there. And who is that? I think that's Justin Lane again. Shout outs to the donation, man. I'm going to get you here in just a moment, Antoine. Shout outs for another donation. But look at what happens, man. They get twisted. Like, why are you stopping? Why? What are you doing? And maybe this is the reason why Justin Lane ain't seen no action. Follow your man. Watch this whole play. Marcus Allen picks him up, and he's carrying him all the way over the side of the field. So Justin Lane, y'all are not going to switch. Maybe they were supposed to. Again, I don't know the call, but I'm saying you get caught up. You leave your guy. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he thinks he's funneling him to the, I don't know. But you leave your guy and literally just stop, and then you like, oh no. That's 4th and 2. Now, I'm not saying that we would have stopped him, but dog, you put him in position. It's a 32-yard gain right there. What are you doing? Let's see who that was again. I swear it was Justin Lane. I think we're going to see number 31 flash across the screen here. Who is that? Yep, Justin Lane. Come on, Justin Lane. What's happening, Captain? All right, moving right along. Next play. Guys, you guys are taking me way deep into my time, man. Look at this. Great pressure. Make him give the ball up. Let's look at the next play. 2nd and 10. 5 seconds left in the game. Outstanding. Great play by Minkah. All right, he gets over there. Justin Lane is here. And this time, Justin Lane shows some closing speed. Gets over there as well. Smart play by Minkah to jump in the air. And I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't call, the contact to the head. And John Harbaugh, of course, cried about it. But let's see it here. Great throw by Lamar, though. Lamar put it right where it needed to be. And Minkah gets over there. And that's the thing. When he reacts, he gets there. So I just want to see him react a little faster, man. Be a little more reactionary and not so much waiting for the plays to happen. Oh, man, that was a long time, man. Let me go back and say again, shout outs to C. Antoine Hill. He says, I have a theory on Minkah. To me, he overthinks plays. His goals are to win the Defensive Player of the Year and want to grab 8 interceptions. He needs to focus on the small things. Yeah, man, I just need him to trust his eyes sometimes. You're going to make some mistakes, but trust your eyes a little bit. That's all I need him to do. That's all I need him to do. But all right, guys, man, I think that's all I got. I will spend a few moments here in the chat, man. We'll save, the Cowboy discussion and all that for the pregame. I always say preparing for the next team in this show, but we usually never get to that. But really with the Cowboys, man, and with all the turmoil they got going on, man, again, if we can bottle up Zeke, they're going to lean on Zeke, especially with the quarterback position now, Andy Dalton now on the COVID list, so we know he's not going to play. We don't know if it's going to be Da Vinci or whatever his name is, DiNucci. What is the dude's name? I don't know. Or Cooper Rush. I mean, we don't know who we're going to be facing. But clearly they're going to lean on Zeke, right? Their offensive line isn't what it used to be. Their defense isn't playing how they are capable of playing. And they got the young, Trayvon Diggs that's, struggling a little bit. He's a savvy young corner, but, they've been picking at him. So I think we have some matchups there, but we'll get into that. Thank you for this donation, David Gaines. He says, they are putting Minka in a bad spot, though. He is playing lone wolf in the cover one so much. Yeah, man, that too. Excuse me. That too. We are playing a lot of cover one. And sometimes we play cover one robber. You saw it against Cleveland when he picked off Mayfield. So they definitely are putting Minka in some compromising positions. So, I don't want to just blame him. Again, I'm not saying that this guy's a bad player. Not at all. I love him as our free safety. I'm just trying to, showcase some situations where I feel like, he could be more reactionary. But again, my man makes a good point. When you're that lone safety, you can't really make the wrong decision. You know what I mean? So it's tough. All right, give me a few guys and we'll get out of here. Steel Cut says, no need to talk about the Cowboys. Okay. Lanisha says, thanks for the great film study, Sim. Thank you as well, Lanisha. Appreciate that. Earl Simmons says, that's big facts, David. Yep. Gold Suftlin says, 170-yard rushing game they're giving up. Oh, wow. Josiah says 7-0. Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. What else y'all got? Y. Dickens says, I think some of the defensive issues against the run on Sunday was due to the offense not being able to sustain drives in the first half. Those are big facts right there. Those are big facts, man. Ben Roethlisberger and the offensive line and the run game. Well, not really the run game. The run game was all right, man, but we weren't our greatest in the first half. And it's funny, man, because Ben kind of alluded to the fact that they went backyard football in the second half. And I think something to that effect happened. You guys remember that play where Deontay Johnson didn't even know what was going on, and Ben was just, picking his matchups? If we were able to do that against the Ravens, I think we're going to have our way with Dallas's defense. I'm just saying. Earl Simmons says, used to play down, bro. Used to play down. We still do. That's why we're the most entertaining team in the game. I think you're saying play down to our competition? Real G Lee says, wouldn't it be great if Big Ben meets Brady and the Bucks in the Super Bowl and kicks his butt? It would, but I'm going to tell you right now, that Bucks defense, that's all I'm saying. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Let's see. David Gaines says, defense was super tired, man. Yeah, offense wasn't doing them any favors in the first half. Fully agree. Hey, Sam, our local media in the Dallas is selling hope. Yeah, man. Listen, I got to give credit to my man Kenyon. Kenyon said this is the very definition of a trap game. I agree with that, but I do believe that this team is different. I think we take care of business, but if there was ever a trap game, this is it. Do I like Bugs? Night with Bugs came alive, man, in the second half. Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys, man. Let me get back to that play. I don't even remember where it was. I had so many plays to show you guys, and I just couldn't get to it, man, because it takes so much time. Let me see if I still got it. I might have deleted that one. I did. But on the play when Lamar fumbled, Hold on. If I can find it really quick, I'll show it. On that 4th and 2, Bugs came up big, man. Bugs made some plays in the second half, man. He shared a sack with Tuitt. He made some plays. He made some plays in that second half, man. He definitely did. And, it's hard for me to say if I like him right now. The jury's still out. Here we go. Let me get that back up for you guys. Jury's still out for the most part, man. But again, I like the attitude and the demeanor of his play. He picked it up. Picked it up in the second half. And watch this. This was that 4th and 3 with 2 minutes left, and I thought the game was over right here. Again, offense not sustaining a drive. Bugs did a great job right there. Great job. And let's put it in slow-mo. And again, hint, hint, Madden people, if you're watching, this is what I'm talking about. Defenders are always looking to know where they need to block shed. Okay? He held his point of attack against the center, and as soon as he saw where Lamar was going, he attempted his block shed. He didn't get caught up just blocking the center. He was watching the flow. He was watching the action on the field. Look at this. Stephon Tuitt blows his guy up to make Lamar have to squeeze inside, and look at Bugs. Bugs comes off, peels off. Vince Williams crashes down. He fumbles, and that was a great play. So I will say, man, Bugs made some more plays like that in the game in the second half. And, I'm going to keep an eye on the young fella, man. He looked all right. Let's see what else y'all got. I'll read it like 2 or 3 more. Josiah 09 Young. Yo, you writing the same thing over and over and over, man. He says the Ravens kept running down the middle against the Steelers. Yeah, they did. But, yeah, you posted that like 6 times, brother. Maybe, Eric. I'll hold off from commenting on that because I know sometimes, and again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sometimes we get younger viewers, and you know how it goes. Yeah, Shadow Slayer. I was watching it, and I'm gonna watch. Of course, I'm gonna watch and see what transpires. I did my part. And I guess we can wrap it up there. Yeah, guys, hopefully you guys voted if you're into that. And if you didn't, you didn't. I'm not going to judge anybody. But yeah, I did my part. So all we can do is sit back and watch. Whoever's going to win is going to win. But I always watch this stuff. I'm one of those guys, man. I stay abreast of news and elections and politics. I just, the more you feed this thing, the better it gets. You know what I mean? Yeah, Josiah, Young D, come on, man.
90
relax
seconds.
A little bit, brother. I'm going to need you to relax just a little bit. And as you heard it right there, man, the Blog Talk Radio told us that we have 90 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. I do see 6, 7, 8 is in there. Didn't get to the calls tonight. I'm going to go ahead and shut down that side of it so it doesn't continue to chime in you guys' ears. And, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. So, once again, guys, be safe out there. We will definitely get to the pregame show this coming Saturday, more than likely. It seems like it's falling on Saturday. And just be safe. I didn't go into it on the last show, man, but, I'll go into it tonight a little bit just for about 20 seconds. This COVID thing is real, man. There's a little mini outbreak within my family. My family in Virginia. It's crazy. It only took like one person, and then it just, my mother and my father both have it. My mother is currently in the hospital. She's doing okay, but we still need to just really be paying attention, because her lungs, she has pneumonia in both lungs. So, she says she's doing fine. She feels fine, but again, with that pneumonia, we gotta. You know what I mean? So I say that just to say, be safe out there, guys. It's not a joke. However it got here doesn't matter. It's people that are being infected, and I can literally say, I already knew people, but I can literally say now that I know these folks, it's real. There is no, it's made up numbers. No, they have that. You know what I'm saying? So just be safe out there, man. And yeah. That's it. That's all I got. One last donation. Eric McDuffley, I appreciate that. Appreciate that wholeheartedly. Definitely appreciate that. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Be safe. God bless. Thanks for coming through. And I'll catch you guys next time on Terrible Towel Tuesday. And hopefully I'll see most of you guys back on Saturday for the pregame show. I don't have a definitive time yet, but hopefully I'll see you guys there. All right, y'all be good. Peace. Well, I can't find the end button, so let's say it again. Peace.